Okay, good afternoon, one and all. So I welcome you all in this today's lecture. So before moving this, just I want to ask you that. So are you getting my screen here? So are you getting my voice and screen? You please reply me here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, no problem. Okay, thank you. So we'll start our today's lecture. So okay, and in the last week I have conducted one class test. Okay. So many students have submitted the answer sheet, but still some are pending. So here on this platform, I request you all, you please submit your answer sheet by using that Google link, which I have provided in the last lecture. Okay. So in the WhatsApp group, I have shared that link. So using that link, you can share your answer sheet. Okay. So we'll see that what we have covered in previous lecture, and then after we'll see today's syllabus. So I think all these we have covered in the previous lecture: data cleaning, acquisition, data cleaning, metadata, and data cleaning, reformatting, missing data, how to handle the missing data here. Okay, and data cleaning, that is unified date format. Okay, the date format must be same everywhere. So this part also we have covered, and KSP date format, Y2K issues. Okay, this Y2K issues also we have covered in the and conversion nominal to numeric. Okay, now here we are going to start our today's lecture. So this Y2K issues 2-digit year. Okay, already we have covered this one. Okay, so the Y2K is nothing but you know about that Y2K. Always we can say that 2K7, 2K9, okay, 2K10. What is that? 2010, 2007, 2009. Okay, so like that we used to say. But here the 2-digit year in old data, that is about the, for example, suppose year 02, is it 1902 or 2002? Okay. Suppose simply you are going to write the 02, then how the reader will consider that, whether it may be the 1902 or it may be the 2002 year. Okay. Like that should not be there. You have to write the full digit year here. Okay. Suppose the 2002 is there, then we need to write 2002. Suppose the 1902 it is there, then we have to write the 1902 like that. Okay. So this is about the Y2K issues. And the next one is that the conversion nominal to numeric. So what is this nominal to numeric here? Okay. This today we are going to learn, or today we are going to see this here, the conversion method. So how we are going to convert the nominal to the numeric. So the user nothing has to do here. So internally all the things they are going to convert it. Okay. So what is that nominal to numeric here? This is a very easy part. Okay. So here you can see some tools can deal with nominal values internally. Okay. Means almost all the tools they are doing this. They are going to convert the nominal value into the numeric value here. So the nominal value are nothing but suppose I want to decide that whether it is a male or female. Okay, so this we are going to consider as the nominal m or yav. And suppose I want to convert this nominal to the numeric, means instead of m I will write the 0, and again instead of the 1 f I will write the 1. So the 0 1 means this is the conversion of nominal to the numeric here. Okay, so it is going to happen the internally. Suppose the true false is there, how you are going to consider the true false? Suppose the 1 is there, then we are going to consider as the true, and suppose the 0 is there, then we are going to consider as the false, like that. Means this nominal we are going to convert it to the numeric value here. Okay, means there are some tools are available internally, they are going to convert the nominal value to the numeric value here. Okay, now other method. So instead of these tools, we have the other methods. Neural networks are there, regression are there, nearest neighbor. Okay, they are going to require the only numeric input. Means whatever the neural networks are there, regressions are there, and again the nearest neighbor are there. Okay, all these three algorithms are there: neural networks, regression, and nearest neighbor. Okay, all these three methods or the algorithms, they are going to require only a numeric inputs here. Okay, here we are not going to give the nominal value to the this algorithm. Why? Because this algorithm they are going to accept only a numeric value here. The numeric value means instead of 0 or 1, okay, like that. Okay. And what is that neural network? And again regression, nearest neighbors are there. Okay, all these three algorithms are there in our data mining. So detailed study we are going to do about neural network, regression, and again the nearest neighbor. Okay, in the further chapters we have the detailed study of this one. Okay, so that is the need of to convert nominal value to the numeric value here. Okay, so to use nominal fields in such methods, need to convert them to a numeric value here. Okay, and the question is that why not ignore nominal fields altogether? Answer: they may contain valuable information. We cannot neglect the nominal fields from the database here. Okay, why? Because it may contain the valuable information. It may contain the very, very important information. That is why the nominal field we cannot discard or we cannot neglect it. Okay, for that purpose, for the importance of that nominal value, we are going to consider the conversion of nominal to the numeric here. Okay, and different strategies for binary ordered multi-valued nominal fields. Means whatever the conversion methods are there from the nominal to numeric, we have the different strategies for binary value and again the ordered value and again for the multi-valued nominal fields here. Okay, so what are those binary values and again the ordered values and again the multi-valued? With that we will see here about the nominal to numeric here. See the once again we can see here. So there are some tools can deal with nominal values internally, and other methods. So we have the neural networks, we have regression methods, we have, and again we have the nearest neighbors. Okay, all these three algorithms they require only the numeric values as an input. Okay, the numeric values means we require the 0, 1s. Okay, all these are called as the numeric inputs here. And to use a nominal field in such methods, need to convert them to a numeric value. So for example, we can see the question is that why not ignore nominal fields altogether? And the answer is that they may contain valuable information. So the different strategies for binary, ordered, and again the multi-valued, they require the nominal fields here. Okay. Now here we can see one example about the binary to numeric. Okay, this is one example we have shown here. So what is the binary fields here? So the binary fields are nothing but we have the digits. Okay. Wherever we have the 2 digits are recalled as the binary fields here. Means, for example, we have the gender. Okay, the gender is in the male and again in a female form. Okay, that is called as a gender here, whether it may be the male or whether it is a female here. Okay, like that. And convert to field 0, 1 with 0, 1 values. So what are the fields here? 0 and 1. Means you can consider the 0 for male and 1 for a female here. Means, for example, gender is equal to yum. So that the gender 0, 1 equal to 0 here. Why the gender 0, 1 equal to 0 here? Because we are going to represent the value for m is 0 here. Okay, that is why the gender 0, 1 is equal to 0 here. Okay. So like that, we are going to consider the binary to a numeric here. Okay. Okay, here you can consider the convert to field 0, 1. Okay, this is the 0, 1 and again this is the 0, 1 values here. Means suppose we have the gender m. So what is the gender m? The gender m is nothing but here the 0 here. Okay, and the gender 0, 1 is equal to 0. Why the 0 here? Because the m it is going to represent as a 0 here. Okay, that's why the gender 0, 1 is equal to 0 here. Okay, so like that it is there. Means, for example, you can consider here about the gender. Okay, suppose the gender 0, 1. Okay, and suppose the value of 0 is the m. Okay, so the m is there, means definitely we are going to consider as the 0 here. Again, suppose the gender that is about 1 is there. Okay, then what we are going to consider here? The 1 it is there, the 1 we are going to consider as the female here. So definitely we are going to consider as the 1 here, means this is the combination of the female here. Okay, means like that we are going to consider as the binary fields here. Okay, means here you can see that the gender f. So what is the gender f here? So the gender f is nothing but suppose the gender 0. Okay, now the only we have the gender f is there, only we have the female here. So the gender 0, 1 means here equal to we have the 1 here. Okay, means like that it is there. Means this is one example of how we are going to convert the binary value to the numeric here. Okay, the binary values are nothing but male and female, and the numeric we are going to represent it in the form of the 0 and 1 here. Means the gender m we have, then we are going to represent as a 0 here. Suppose the gender f is there, then f we are going to consider as the 1 here. Okay, so in that way we are going to convert the binary to the numeric value here. Okay, so all should note this. So this is about the conversion binary to a numeric here. Okay, have you understood this? It's a very easy. So we'll see the next one. So what is the next one here? So the next one is that. So I will erase this previous mark here. The conversion ordered to numeric. Okay, what is the ordered to a numeric value here? Now here we can see that. So ordered attributes. Ordered attributes, for example, we can consider as a grade. So what is the grade here? Suppose you are in your mark sheet, you are getting the grades there. Okay, 9.8, 9.9, 9.2. Okay, what is that? These are the name, but the grade. Out of 10, we are getting the grades here. Means how that grades can be converted to the numbers, preserving natural order. For example, suppose here we have the grades as A minus, B plus, and again the B here. So all these four are nothing but the grade here. The mark now, then you will be getting the 3.7 marks. Then you will be getting the A minus grade here. Suppose the marks you are getting the 3.3, then the grade is the B plus. Suppose the 3.0 is there mark, and again you will be getting the only grade as the B here. Means the question is that why is it important to preserve a natural order? Okay, this is the natural order. Means for answer is that to allow meaningful comparisons. For example, grade is greater than 3.5. If suppose the grade is greater than 3.5, then definitely that person or that student will come under the A and A minus here. Okay. And suppose less than 3.5 means that person will get the B or B plus grade here. Okay. Means in that way we require the conversion of ordered to a numeric value here. Okay. Means once again I will explain this. So what is the conversion of ordered to a numeric value here? Okay. So these are nothing but the ordered attributes. For example, grade. So what are the grades are there? These are we are going to consider as ordered attributes. Okay. We know that the B is the lowest. Again, the B plus is the highest one. A minus is the higher than B plus, and again A is higher than A minus here. Okay. So all these are the called as the attributes of values here. How they are at okay. Here we can see that how means from B to EA here. Okay. Suppose the B is there initially, again after that we have the B plus, again we have the A minus, and again the A it is there. So that's why it is called as the ordered attribute. And all these ordered attributes we are having the marks here. Okay. So what are the marks here? So the marks are nothing but for A we have the 4.0, and again the A minus we have the 3.7, B plus we have the 3.3, and again the B we have the 3.0 here. Suppose I want to retrieve all the grades which are greater than 3.5 here. But definitely I'm going to retrieve the A minus and again the A here. Okay, like that I'm going to store the conversion of ordered to a numeric here. Okay, once again I will erase this. So this thing I have erased here. Okay. Means in that way you can see here the conversion of ordered to a numeric value here. Okay. So shall we go for the next here? Okay, we'll see the next point here. Now the conversion of nominal to few values. Okay. So how you are going to convert the nominal to the few values here. Okay. Now suppose here we are going to study the multi-valued unordered attributes with a small rule of thumb. Okay. So what is that small rule of thumb here? Suppose for example color we have the red, orange, yellow and again the violet. For each value we create a binary flag variable c underscore v which is 1 if the color equal to v comma 0 otherwise. Okay. Suppose in short I will tell you that whenever our color is going to appear at that time that record is going to create is equal to 1 and whenever the color code is not there at that time we are going to consider as equal to 0. Okay, that is that. It means this conversion we are going to study here, that is the nominal to the few values. Okay. Means here you can see that. So this is about the multi-valued unordered attributes with a small rule of thumb here. Okay. Means for example, suppose the color value we have the red, orange, yellow, violet, and again for each value we create a binary flag, a variable c underscore v, which is 1 if the color is equal to v comma 0 otherwise. I mean, these are the color IDs are there. Okay, in the first table and again you can see here the second table. So what is in the first table here? So the first table it is going to contain that the ID of the color, and in the second column which is going to consider as the color. It may be the red or yellow. The red color is having the ID as 371 and again the yellow color is having the ID as 433 here. Now here you can see that how you are going to convert this nominal to the few values here. Suppose the color ID is 371. So the color ID is 371 is nothing but the red color is there. Okay, means the C underscore red it is there. So the C underscore red in the second column we are going to consider as the 1 here. Okay, here it is as the 1. And other columns orange and yellow, this definitely we are going to consider as the 0 here. Why it is 0 here? Because the 371 color code is belongs to the only a red color. That is why we are going to consider this is the only 1 and others codes are equal to 0 here. Means this is nothing but this nominal value we are going to convert it into the few values here. Okay, very easy concept is that how we are going to consider the conversion of nominal to the few values here. Okay. Now the next one, the second color code you can see here. This is the yellow is there. Okay, the color is the yellow and ID is about 433. Okay, this is the ID is the 433 and color is the yellow here. Now you can see here the conversion of this yellow color here. So ID belongs to the 433 for yellow color. Now the red is we are going to red is absent here, means the red equal to 0. And again the orange is also the 0. And again the yellow is there, definitely we are going to consider as this is equal to 1 here. Means in that way, why the 1 is there? Because this is the yellow is present here. Okay, there is a color code yellow is there. So that's why the 433 here we are going to consider as the 1 here, because the 433 belongs to the yellow color here. Means in that way we can convert the nominal value to the multiple values or the few values here. Okay, so this is the one example of the conversion to the nominal to the few values here. Okay, this is about the multi-valued unordered attributes with a small rule of thumb. And for example, suppose the color is having the red, orange, yellow, violet. For each value, we create a binary flag variable, a variable c underscore v, which is 1 if color is equal to v, otherwise 0 here. Okay, like that these tables we have considered for the conversion of nominal to the few values here. Okay, So in that way, we have considered the conversion of nominal to the a few values here. Okay. So have you got this? Hello. So are you listening here? Hello. You can ask me the questions or any doubt. Hello all. Are you listening? Are you there? Yes. Okay. This conversion we saw here from the nominal to the few values here. Okay. Now the next we will see that the conversion that nominal to the many values. So how we are going to convert the nominal to the many values here. Okay. So the conversion from the nominal to the many values is that, for example, you can see here the US state. Okay. The US state code means United States. The code is the 50 values, and the profession code is there, the 7,000 values, but only few frequent. Okay. So how to deal with such fields here? So ignore the ID like fields whose values are unique for each record. For other fields, groups values naturally, for example, 50 US states, 3 or 5 regions. Profession is that select most frequent one, group the rest, and create binary flag fields for selected values here. Means what is that? For example, you can see here, instead of the US state, you can consider our India. Okay. So India is having the collection of states and union territories. Okay. So the state we have the Maharashtra, Karnataka, and again the Kerala. Okay. The Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Haryana. Okay. The West Bengal, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir. So it is the whole India is divided into the a number of states here. Okay. And whatever that number of states are there, the number of states again it is divided into the small parts here. So what are those? It is called here. The small parts are nothing but districts. Okay. And that whatever that district is there, that district again it is divided into the a taluka here. Okay. And again that taluka is nothing but these are the collection of villages and again the different cities. Like that it is there. Means the nominal to many values. Means one India, many states, many villages, and again the many cities like that one. Okay, that's why it is called as the nominal to many values here. Means again you can consider again in the world we have the different continents are there. Continent means we know about in Marathi you can say that Khand. Okay, we are living in the Asia continent. Means we are living in the Asia. Okay, Asia Khand. And in that Asia continent, we have the multiple countries again here. We have the China, we have the India, we have the Pakistan. Okay. Again, we have the Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq. All these comes under this Asia continents here. With this Asia continent is divided into the number of countries, and that number of countries again they are going to divide into the states. Again, the states are divided into the districts. Districts are divided into the talukas. Talukas divided into the number of villages, and again the the nominal to the many value. Okay. So this is the conversion of nominal to the many values. So example is that here it is given that US state code is 50 values, the profession code 7,000 values, but only few frequents. Okay. Now the next one is that about noisy data here. So what is the noisy data? So the noisy data is nothing but the unwanted data. Okay, the data is not required for us. That is called as the noisy data. And suppose the any data is having some any kind of the errors. So how we are going to remove that errors? With that data is also we are going to consider as the noisy data here. Okay. So the noise is nothing but random error or variance in a measured variable. So it may be the any error, it may be the unwanted data. With the raw, you can consider raw data. Okay. Means we have to remove that error. Okay. We need to remove the any wrong information. So that is called as the noise here. Okay. So the noise is nothing but this is the random error or variance in a measured variable. Now this is the incorrect attribute values made due to. The noisy data is nothing but this is the incorrect attribute, incorrect data, incorrect information. Okay, due to the faulty data collection instrument. We suppose whatever the instrument we are going to consider for collection of the data. Okay, at that time that instrument is itself it is a faulty condition. Okay, that is why it is difficult to collect the correct data here. Okay, that's why it is called as the faulty data collection instruments here. Suppose some sensors are there. Okay, the temperature sensor is there. Means the temperature it is not going to record the actual temperature. It is going to collect the wrong records of the temperature here. Okay, means you can say that that instrument is itself it is a faulty condition. Okay, so that is why for measuring the incorrect attributes, the instrument may fault itself. Okay, and what we can do here, then we have to fit the new instrument or in the instrument which is in the good quality. Okay, like that instrument we need to fit it. The data entry problem. So while typing the database, while typing the information at that time, it may be the wrong data may be inserted by the users here. That's why while making the data entry, we need to alert, okay, on our toes every time. So the correct data must be placed. Correct data must be written like that. So the data entry problem means due to the data entry problems, the data may be the incorrect. Okay. Data transmission problem. So what is the data transmission problems? While transmitting the database from one place to other place, the hackers may be inserted the any wrong information in that database. Okay. So that's why we need to consider the security for the data transmission. If you are going to provide the security to the data transmission, definitely the as it is data may be received towards the receiver side here. Okay. So that data transmission problems we may need to consider. Otherwise, the incorrect data may be transmitted. Again, the technology limitation. So the technology limitation means suppose previously we have the only text information we need to send using the SMS service. But nowadays we have the WhatsApp. Okay. So using that WhatsApp, we can send the any information or the any data file, maybe the text, or it may be the PDF file, it may be the documentation file, it may be the RTF file, it may be the any image file, it may be the any video file. Okay, that limitation should not be there. Means you can see the any simple mobile phone, the whatever the simple mobile phone which cost is the 1,000 or the 2,000. For such a mobile, they are not responsible to transfer the any kind of the file from the one phone to the other phone here. And if suppose we are going to take the example of the smartphones, then the smartphones are used for transmitting the any file from the one phone to the other phone here. Means that technology limitation must we need to consider. Okay, what are the barriers for the technology limitations here? Means always we need to choose the high configuration technology, the updated version for the technology. Okay, that we need to consider for the correct, for storing the correct information. Inconsistency in naming convention, means while giving the name to the any file or the any concept, okay, at that time we need to consider the correct name for the information. Okay, so all these are the points are responsible for collection of incorrect information or incorrect database here. Okay, so what are the incorrect attribute values made due to a faulty data collection instrument, data entry problems, data transmission problems, technology limitations, and inconsistency in naming a convention. The next one is that other data problems which requires data cleaning. So other data problems which require the data cleaning, with duplicate records, incomplete data, and again the inconsistent data. So these are the we are going to consider as the noisy data here. So for the duplicate data records means the multiple copies of the same database. Okay, we can say that the duplicate record. The incomplete data means somewhere some value is missing, some record is missing, some attributes are missing. Okay, so all these are we can consider the incomplete data here, and the inconsistent data. So the data is there, but something the majorly it is going to miss it. Okay, that is called as the inconsistent data here. So this also we need to consider for noisy data here. Means so this is the noisy data. So the noisy data is nothing but it is the random error or variance in a measured variable, and incorrect attribute values made due to the faulty data collection instrument, the data entry problems, data transmission problems, technology limitation, inconsistency in naming convention. Okay, and other data problems which requires data cleaning, that is about for duplicate records, incomplete data, and inconsistent data here. Okay, this is about the noisy data here. Now, how to handle the noisy data? Okay, how to handle the noisy data here? So, how to handle the noisy data here? We can consider. So, the binning method. So, what is the binning method here? So, the binning method is nothing but this is the type of the sorting the information, sorting the record. Okay, you know about the sorting. We can arrange the any database or we can arrange any number from the ascending or the descending order. That is our this is the one type of the sorting method. Like we have the bubble sort, we have the heap sort, we know about the merge sort. Okay, like that the one binning method is there. Okay, that binning method is divided into the three parts. The first one is the equi-depth. This is the first part. Second part is about the by bin means. The second one is the by bin median, and again the third one is by bin boundaries here. So how this exactly the binning method is going to work, I will explain with the help of the example in the next slide. So just you can consider the binning method is nothing but this is one type of the sorting technique. Okay, to sort the numbers. Okay, for sorting the numbers we are going to use the binning method, and that binning method is divided into the number of three parts. One is the equidepth, again the by bin means, by bin median, and again by bin boundaries here. Okay, this is the first method for handling the noisy data here, the binning method. The second one is about clustering. What is the meaning of the clustering? So the meaning of the clustering that detect and remove outliers. Okay, the outliers are nothing but the unwanted, which are not related files. Okay. Third one is about the combined computer and human inspection. This is the third part, that it detects suspicious values and check by human. Detect suspicious value means in Marathi you can say that suspicious, suspect, संशय, संशयित. And last one is the regression. So regression is nothing but smooth by fitting the data into regression functions. So what are those binning methods? What is the clustering? What is the combined computer and human inspection? And what is the regression? Okay, the in detail we are going to see in this next slide here. Just here you can remember this one. There are total 4 methods are there for handling the noisy data here. So how to handle the noisy data here? So by using the different 4 methods, we are going to handle the noisy data here. So the first one is the binning method, second one is the clustering, third one is the combined computer and human inspection, and the fourth one is a regression. So all these 4 methods are used for handling the noisy data here. Now out of these 4 methods, here we are going to see what is the binning method, just by taking one example here. Okay. Now the binning method is going to work. This is a very simple one. Okay. The simple discretization method that is called as the binning. And the first one is the equal width, that is the distance partitioning. The next one is the equal depth. Okay. Now here you can see that how it is going to work here. So the equal width, that is the distance partitioning. So what is that equal width distance partitioning here? So it divides the range into n intervals of equal size. Okay. So whatever the numbers we have given, that all the numbers we are going to divide into the number of n intervals. Okay, of the equal size here. Okay, and if a and b are the lowest and highest values of the attribute, the width of intervals will be w is equal to b minus a upon n. Then how we are going to calculate the width for given attributes here? So the width is equal to, that is the w is equal to b minus a. So what is that b and a? The a is nothing but the highest value, and again the b is nothing but the lowest value. Okay, so that the highest minus lowest divided by n. So what is the n here? The n is nothing but the n intervals we are going to consider here. Okay, that way we are going to calculate the width here, and this is the most straightforward. Okay, this is a very easy, a very simple technique, but outliers may dominate presentation. This is the very easy, that's why they are outliers, means the unwanted material here we are going to dominate here, and skewed data is not handled well. So whatever the complicated is there, that complicated database we are not going to handle by using the binning method here. Okay. And the equal depth, so what is the equal depth means? Frequency partitioning. So it divides the range into n intervals, each containing approximately same number of samples, and a good data scaling. Managing categorical attributes can be tricky. Okay. So what is that equal width and again the equal depth? What is the by bin means and again bin boundaries? So here you can see one example for this one. So this is a example for the binning method for a data here. Okay. Now here you can see that. So how it is going to work here. Okay. Now here you can see that this is the one example for the binning method here. Very simple example is there. So here how many sorted data for price in dollars. Okay, this is the sorted data is there for price, and that is in dollars we are going to consider. So here you can see that 4, 8, 9, 15, 21, 21, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 34. So this is the sorted price it is there in the dollars. Then you can count how many attributes are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there are total 12 values are there. Okay, there are total we have the 12 values are there. Now here you can see the three different parts for the binning methods here. The first part is that the partition into equi-depth bins. Okay, so what is this first equi-depth? So this is called as the equi-depth here. So what is that equi-depth here? So equi-depth is nothing but here we are going to divide the total range into the number of equal parts here. So how many equal parts we are going to divide here? So we are going to convert this one into the bin 1. Again, we have the bin 2 is there. Okay, again we have the bin 3 is there. Means in that way we have divided into different 3 bins here. Bin 1, bin 2, and again the bin 3 here. Means that totally how many values will come for the bin 1, how many values will come for the bin 2, and again how many values will come for the bin 3 here. Suppose the bin 1, 4, 8, 9, 5 here. There are total of 4 values. You can count this 4 into 3. Okay, 4 into 3 definitely 12 are there. Means definitely we have the 12 values are there. Okay, so each group is the 4 here. So the first bin is 4, 8, 9, 15. Second bin is 21, 21, 24, 25. This is the bin 2. Again the bin 3 we have the 26, 28, 29, and again the 34. Means in that way we are going to divide the given okay. So in that way we are going to consider the equi-depth value here. So 4, 8, 9, 15. This is the bin 1. 21, 21, 24, 25. This is the bin 2. 26, 28, 29, 34. It is the bin 3. And the next one is that the smoothing by bin means. So what is the smoothing by bin means here? The smoothing of the bin means is that we are going to calculate the mean value here. Okay. Suppose what is the mean value for this one? So for the mean value for the bin 1 is that, okay, mean value for the bin 1. So what is here? The 4 plus 8 plus 9 plus 15 here. Okay. So what is the value for this one? 4 plus 8 plus, okay, 4 plus 8 plus 9 plus 5 here. Means in that way we are going to calculate the bin means here. Means the value for this one is equal to, here we are going to consider that okay. Yes. Sorry for the disturbance. Okay. So here we have the total addition for this is, that is 15 plus 9 is 24. 24 plus 8, 32. 32 plus 4 is 36. Okay. So the 36 again divided by the number of values are 4. So the equal to is 9 here. Okay, this is the bin value for the bin 1 is 9 here. Means by smoothing by bin means here. So what is the bin 1 is there? The 9, 9, 9 it is there. So why it is 9, 9? Means the each and every value in the bin 1 we are going to replace by 9 here. So 4 is replaced by 9, 8 is replaced by 9, 9 is replaced by 9, 15 is replaced by 9 here. Means this is called as a smoothing by bin means here. Okay, this is the second part. And again the third part is that smoothing by bin boundaries here. So what are the boundaries here? Highest boundaries and again the lowest boundaries for the bin 1 here. So the lowest boundary is the 4 and highest boundary is the 15 here. Means the each and every value we are going to replace here by lowest values and again the highest values here. So how it is, you can see here which value is the nearest to the lowest value. Okay, that we are going to replace by with the lowest value here. See here the 4 is there, 4 is itself 4 is there, 8 is there. So 8 is the nearest to the 4, so it is replaced by the 4. 9 is also the nearest to the 4, again it is replaced by the 4 here. Now the 15 is 15 itself. Now the 21 is the lowest value and again the 25 is the lowest value for the highest value for the bin 2 here. So the 21 is the same as it is, 21 is the same as it is, 24 is nearest to the 25, again the 25 is the nearest to the 25 here. Again for the bin 3 is that the 26, 28, 29, 34. So the lowest value is the 26 and again highest value is the 34 here. So the 26 is replaced by the 26 itself, 28 is replaced by the 26, 29 is also replaced by the 26 and again the 34 as it is there. Okay. So in that way the binning method for the data it is there. So this is the very simple technique is there, binning methods for data smoothing here. So just I have explained this example here. So by using the binning methods for the data smoothing here. Now I think the time is the 3:30. So the anyone can ask the questions on this binning methods here. Hello all. Hello. Hello, are you
Yes,
there?
sir.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Is there any doubt here?
No, sir.
Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no problem. This is one example I have explained for the binning methods here. So see, this is the very easy example is there. Okay. The first of all, the partition into equi-depth bin, and again the second one is about smoothing by bin means, and third one is smoothing by bin boundaries here. So the bin boundaries are nothing but you can consider the highest value and again the lowest value here. So the lowest value is the 4 here and the highest value is the 15, and each value is replaced by the lowest value which is nearest to the lowest, and each value we are going to replace with the highest value which is the nearest to the highest value here. Like that, this is the only logic behind this binning method here. Okay, then shall we stop here? Hello all. So
Yes,
shall we
sir.
stop here? Yes, I request you all, you please drop your attendance in the chat box so that I will mark your today's attendance. So if any doubt, any problem is there, you can ask me at any time on the WhatsApp. So thank you one and all for patiently listening my lecture. Okay.